So these are quite a lot of activities, and this activity today, I understand, serves sort of a preparatory activity towards the journalism fellowship program, which Ariel mentioned earlier. So now, today I'd like to thank all of you here, and I understand this is also being streamed live over Facebook. Hello everyone watching online. Thank you very much for taking time for this, because this activity is taking up the topic of reporting on government transparency and accountability. So it suggests to me when you talk about transparency, you provide access, yeah, and maybe you enable engagement. People are more informed, and the idea there is when the people have the information, they can do something with it.
At pangalawa, yung isa niyong main feature is grants LGU's significant regulatory powers that traditionally belong again to the national government. Mamaya isa-isa natin, significantly increases the financial resources. Ito yung magandang tingnan kasi bukas pag-uusapan natin yan, especially with the Mandana schooling and yung session ni Board of Fiscal Administration and Finance. No?
Pwede pa? Tapos na yung bilang eh.
Cinema Angal, Marketing Legislation.
We have our generator within the city. Mayroon silang carbon sink at kailangan ko parang tayo preserve ang rooms in coordination with the city.
The local government says, okay, we don't want anything, and then the national that people's what happens to them?
Papaalala ko lang na hindi lahat ay nasa, as Red mentioned yesterday, hindi lahat nasa local government code or RA 7160. Kailangan din natin tandaan maraming mga batas na nauna doon sa local government code, and those that follow, it's been a long 31 years, marami na yan.
Previous years, tandaan lang natin na these are past previous and past year reports. So baka may nagbago na, may mga concerns na already attended to or resolved by the LGU. So medyo ingat lang po tayo dun sa pag-delve into COA report. But these are good, sources na rin to analyze the spending patterns using bayanihan funds and other funding from the national government.
This is interesting, yung procurement, kasi karamihan procurement sa bayanihan dati. So, yung Bids and Awards Committee, kahit nung nag-relax na ng rules ang Government Procurement Policy Board, marami pa rin ginawa nila ay hindi pa rin sila sumunod sa procedures. So, that's also a red flag. Yung iba, various procurements funded out of the Bayanihan Grant and the Development Fund were undertaken of emergency procurement without posting it first. So, kailangan emergency, mag-post ko pa rin sa GTTV.
So, naunang mag-file ng kaso si Governor Mandanas noong 2012, and a year later, sumunod si Congressman Garcia, no? And the Supreme Court decided to consolidate the two cases by October of 2013. Now, for some reason, siguro nahahabaan, ang parating binabanggit Mandanas. Pero technically, it should really be the Mandanas-Garcia petitions. No?
Maraming salamat. Palakpakan po natin. Okay, nag-speak na tayo kay Mom Imo.
Next si Mac.
At ang definition niya ay, ang pagkakaiba niya, ang dormant talagang hindi na active. Yung defunct kasi parang lost in a series of elections.
Kasi ito, nakita mo lang siya. You don't even have to say anything about it. No? Pwede ka lang hindi mag-comment. Ang tao na mismo ang makakakita na sila mo naman. Sila pa rin. Diba?
So tingnan natin sa agriculture, sa barangay, pwede niyang gawin, ang dapat niyang ginagawa, yung support services, which include distribution, etc., planting materials, sa municipality and city, extension and on-site research services.
We want everyone to know that however difficult the times would be for every single journalist in this country, there's always one organization that does its work better and wants to collaborate with other media organizations to make our work better. Sinasabi ni Sir Rolly lagi, a strong organization is only as strong as its members. And that entails a lot of work, huge work, not just for PPI, but for every single struggling news outlet in this country. And my bias, the PPI, the board knows this, is to take care of newsrooms outside the capital, because you comprise, or they comprise, the bulk of the population of membership of PPI. On that, we thank everyone for taking on the challenge, because that's what we're supposed to do as an industry, as an organization. On that note, we present to you the hard-earned diploma or certificate for everyone. Thanks everyone. And we have
I would like us to take a look at the Mindanao vote with a gender lens and inwardly within the island and ask ourselves what else should matter for digital journalists in this election season. When it comes to Mindanao, to the Mindanao vote, especially for our for positions for the legislative positions and for local government units. We can see that women outnumber men as voters in Mindanao, as in the Philippines. Women also outvoted men in Mindanao as in the rest of the country. But the tragic irony is that women candidates are outnumbered by men candidates, and women elected officials are still outnumbered by men. But actually, we have come a long way. Way back in 1995, I wrote a story about Mindanao women and elections shortly after the national and local elections in May. Here is the news clipping. I wrote this for the Women's Feature Service, and it came out in Manila Times, dated July 9, 1995. It was datelined Dipolog City.
Every time we shoot some maganda, every day, we have to go to the airport para ipadala ang film to Manila. And we have to spend about 5 hours travel, just go to the nearest airport, just to send the film to Manila. And another 2 hours talking to the editors about the caption. Ano to? So 2 hours yan. By the time na matapos, lanta ka nga, you have to sleep over near the place of the airport. May nangyari na doon sa place na area na kinukoberan mo. Yun ang drawback ng that was before. Then when digital came, hindi diretso miracle, hindi diretso nga heaven sent ang digital came, nag-digital na. At first, we have to contend with a very, very slow internet. That one time, I had to sleep in an internet shop in Zamboanga City just to send 3 pictures. Biro mo yan, Ariel, 3 pictures na tulog ka sa internet. Ang grabe. Now, internet is okay. But ang problema ngayon are violent incidents happen in the areas na which have no internet access. You have to travel 3 hours to get a good internet connection. At most of the time, yung ads ng, I don't know, sorry, Smart and Globe, PLDT, sometimes press release lang kayo lahat.
The past few months may have also brought us to awkward situations where we've been asked, sinong iboboto mo? Or anong kulay mo? That may have led to us and them to unknowingly share this information as well. These exchanges may have triggered all sorts of emotions. Some may have even found themselves needing to cut or sever ties, no? Due to differences in views. What should we do? What else can we do? Hanggang respect my opinion na lang ba tayo para walang gulo? Now, more than ever, we need to have this kind of conversation. We can't help it eh. For the news media practitioners we have this afternoon, thank you. Maraming salamat po. Kami in the academe, we look up to and pay the highest respect to what you all do in the field. Your sharing of experiences and practice remain valuable to us, most especially for our students who aspire and ask how to be you po. Sabi nga, journalism is like history in a hurry. Stories told today will be the basis of tomorrow's history. So, thank you, Sir Froy, Ma'am Nina. No? Padayon lang sa paglambo, padayon sa atong mga maayong at tinguha o katuyuan. For my fellow journalism educators, conversations like this remind us of the basic principles we hold on to. This must help us, no? Make us rethink and review what we've been doing. Do we encourage critical thinking? If yes, how so? Does it translate to actions outside our classroom? If not, bakit hindi? Are we doing enough to let the new generation understand and learn from the past to find the relevance of these at present? For our students, do we simply rely on and accept what the professors say and give? Or do we also learn how to question them? Kamusta naman ang results ng recent surveys in our schools and universities? No? Anyari, anto na ina, no? Anto na ini. I remembered, okay, what story or stories could these be telling us? While listening in this afternoon's webinar, ang daming nag-come up, ang daming parang magandang yung mag-follow up, tayo, I don't know, no? Kung anong forma. Ang daming, parang each time merong nag-a-ask, nanganganak no? Yung discussions natin. Ang daming, marami pang pwedeng pag-usapan. And in the midst, no? Of all, siguro, yung context natin, of all conflicts happening within our area and around the world right now. While listening to this afternoon's webinar, I remember these words from Arundhati Roy. So let me share. She said, a democracy that is not governed by a constitution and one whose institutions have all been hollowed out can only ever become a majoritarian state. You can agree or disagree with the Constitution as a whole or in part, but to act as though it does not exist is to completely dismantle democracy. Perhaps this is the aim. This is our version of the coronavirus, We are sick. No political party that intends to win elections will or can afford to take a moral position because there is fire in the ducts. The system is failing. What we need are people who are prepared to be unpopular, who are prepared to put themselves in danger, who are prepared to tell the truth. Brave journalists can do that, and they have. Brave lawyers can do that, and they have. And artists, beautiful, brilliant, brave writers, poets, musicians, painters, and filmmakers can do that. That beauty is on our side, all of it. We have work to do and a world to win. Yun ang sabi niya. Good luck po sa ating lahat. Sana all mahaba ang pasensya. Sana all would take time to do fact-checking. Huwag tayong magsawang mag-aral, magtanong, matuto, umintindi at magpaliwanag. Kailangan natin ito.
As well from the side of the Hans Seidel Foundation, thank you very much for this wonderful seminar this afternoon. Thank you very much to the PPI. Thank you very much to the GSAP, exactly, for this interesting and quite hot topic. I mean, as Hans Seidel Foundation, we are foreigners here, and when it comes to elections, we are always a little bit scared. But I think we stayed neutral in the conference. It was about politics, but it was not promoting a political side, and for that reason, I'm happy. 150 participants in the peak time, in the peak season was great, especially for a seminar on Friday afternoon. So I think we can all be happy, and let's enjoy the weekend now. So having said that, once again, thank you very much. 10 from 10 points. Thank you.
Thank you, Hans Seidel Foundation.